Now we're going to talk about type, typography, and fonts inside of Photoshop. Now this could be its own course because typography is such a big and important thing inside of design and what we see in the world around us that there's a lot to cover, and I can't get into all of it in this course, but I will show you how it works inside of Photoshop so that you can use any of those design principles with this program. So to create any type of typography, we just use the type tool. So we click on that. We can select any of the options at the top. So we have our font, the way that it looks, the size, the color, the alignment, and so forth. We have it set to white right now so we can see it. And we just have a basic Arial font. We can just click out into the document and then we can just start typing. So we'll write hello. And then we'll click on the move tool and we can move and just kind of get that centered up here. And then now with the type tool, we can adjust all the properties. So we can make it bigger. We can change the color if we want to. So we can make it a different color. We can change the alignment. So once we change the alignment, I went from left justified to center justified. We might want to remove it and get it centered again. And these are basically vector style graphics. So that means that we can edit these however that we see fit, and they will always be editable until we rasterize them. So once we turn them back into a raster graphic, we won't have the ability to edit them as text, but as long as you keep it into a type layer, so you can see the T over here, we can come back and edit these later on. So we'll dive deep into all the different ways that you can use type in Photoshop. Let me show you real quick how you can get more fonts. So if you go up to the fonts at the top, you can see all the different fonts here, and as we go through them, we have the ability to preview those as we scroll through. So you can see all the cool different fonts that we have here. But let's say we don't have the font that we need. At the top there's a button that says Add Fonts from Typekit, TK with the green square, and if we click on that, it'll open up a browser and take us to the Typekit page of Adobe. And as long as you're signed in with your account, you can download fonts from Typekit. So let's just look at that real fast. So I'm going to go ahead and click this button. And when I do, you can see that it brings up the Typekit page. Now, I am logged into my account right now so that I can go ahead and download these. You'll have to log in to get access to your library of fonts. But basically, now we have all of these different fonts that we can come in and select straight from Photoshop. And they have hundreds, if not thousands of them. You can change what kind of classification you want, how they look. Is it better for paragraphs or headings? Different properties that you can select. You can come in and do a search here so you can see all these different ways of looking at the fonts. Do we want to look at alphabets? Do we want to look at actual sentences? You can look at font families, what's in the marketplace, and even favorite your own fonts. So it gives you a wide range. Once you find one that you like, you can click on it. It'll bring up even more information and give you the ability to download those fonts however you want. So here we see this is the Gill Sans Nova, who it's designed by, and we have all the information, all the different ways that it'll look. So this is the ultra light version, and then we have the light version, the book, the italic, the medium, and so forth. And then we can hit the sync button or sync fonts or add to kit, and it will add all of these fonts to the type kit, and then we can pull those up directly from Photoshop. So that's how we can add different fonts inside of Photoshop and how we can add font and text inside of our documents. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at more that you can do with type in this course.